So finally I've been getting around to making a video on my 2015 EF Proformer, which is serial number 151. I built this bike in 2016, ordered it from the US directly from Eddie Fiola, and put it together in the spring of 2016. But before I talk about the bike in sort of greater detail, I'd just like to kind of give you a reason why I went for an old school modern hybrid GT Proformer remake as such. So let me go back to Christmas of 1983. I got my first BMX bike, which was a rally burner, a rally chrome burner. For those of you that live outside of the UK, Ireland, more so for the US audience, the chrome burner, the rally burner in particular, was the Huffy sort of, of BMX. And it started off, and an awful lot of people started riding on the rally burners. Not great bikes. There's a certain nostalgia for them, with the old school guys that kind of grew up with them. I'm particularly no interest to own one again. They were pretty awful, but having said that, I have great memories with the bike and learning a lot of tricks through 1984, and it kind of set me up that I was more into freestyle than I was into the racing side of things. But by late 1984, I kind of knew that I needed a better bike and desired obviously a Redline or a Harrow or a GT or that sort of thing. So cut to spring of 1984, I was fortunate to find a brand new Falcon Pro Omega. Not a great bike, but the frame was light, it was all chromoly, had really good components. It had like Sagino GT 3-piece cranks, nice set of Reyes 7X rims, Comp 3 tyres, Suntour stem, etc, etc. So I used that and kind of was learning to do advance my freestyle tricks on that bike quite a bit, but still knew I wanted a freestyle frame. So it was in 1986 I went over to the UK and to Derby, where I was born, back to Derby, to the country where I was born, and came across a BMX shop that had a GT Pro Proformer frame hanging in the window for like £120. It was reduced, the guy had it for about a year, so I assume it was a late 84 frame. It was stamped, and I bought that frame home with me, stripped the Falcon Pro Omega down, put most of the parts on that, from that bike onto the GT, and had a pretty good freestyle bike. It was rental handlebars on it. Didn't have a POTS mod for quite a while, and that no pegs, but I was doing a lot of kind of rock walks, rollback 540s, kick turns, other bits and bobs that I was learning, so I knew then I was kind of pretty much hooked on freestyle. It's cut to 1988. You'll see my other video there from my 88 Pro Freestyle 13 model, which I rebuilt in 2015, and that was a bike that I had from 1988 right up till 2001. I retired it and put it away, stored it in the attic, and luckily it didn't rust and it rebuilt really, really nicely. 2001 I bought a KHE Lager. Tried to go up to the kind of modern, flatland geometry. That bike was mid-school, so beautiful geometry, just extremely heavy. So I rode that on and off, things, not as much as I would have liked to have been out riding, but never really gave up, always had the bike there. So it was nice that I kind of continued, but never made any real progress as far as, the late 90s was the last time I kind of made any progress with freestyle on flatland. But anyway, I kept riding through there and had this burning desire to get a new bike of some sort. So the EF Proformer was launched. It just seemed perfect, and I just decided to buy the frame and fork and rebuild it and kind of have something that was modern but old school, and something that I could ride around that wasn't meant to be a carpet queen or anything like that. I was determined to get out and ride this bike. So if I can remember all the parts that are on this, my brain sometimes kind of forgets, what the modern brands are and components. I'm still kind of mid-school, old school sort of mindset. So some of the components I'll probably forget unless I had the list of, parts that I ordered. So I ordered most of the components, came from Germany. So I have some KHE 3-piece cranks. I bought two lengths. The shorter ones at the moment, have the longer ones on. Tried to do sitting down wheelies on this bike, and it's pretty hard, even with the lower gearing for some reason. But I put the shorter cranks on just to give me a bit more room between the peg and the cranks. The coaster brake is pretty good. It very rarely spins the pedal back, but on those rare occasions, it's nice to have the shorter cranks if I'm doing something that, you know, the pedal won't catch the back of my ankle, or, you know, in that, say if I'm doing backyards and that kind of stuff. So the wheels were a complete set of wheels that I built, that I purchased, sorry, should I say. And they are, I don't know, you can see the name there. Whatever they are, I can't quite read it, don't have my glasses on. But they're a nice set of wheels. I don't know what the coaster brake is. Got them from Germany as well. Running the KHE Mach 2 tyre. They're pretty good. They wear out fairly quick, but nice high pressure. And, you know, that's the 2.3s. And yeah, there's a nice bit of width there for scuffing, that sort of stuff. Brake wise, I suppose everybody's running, if you are running brakes, probably running the Odyssey Evo 2, which are brilliant. Stem, I did have a KHE short throw flatline one, and I replaced it with this one. Again, I'm not sure the brand, look good, and I just kind of flipped it upside down so the bars would be lower. Obviously, levers as well, they're nice levers. Sorry, I didn't get them onto the lever there. I kept the EF bars. Wouldn't mind something with a little bit more knee saver-ish room there. Doing things like front yards and funky chickens, I tend to get badly bruised because I kind of press against my leg against the bars. Obviously gyro. There's an animal headset in there. Seat post, don't know, slight laid back. Some kind of nice padded seat. Not sure what that is, what brand it is. That's actually one of the oldest parts brand, which I'm still surprised at the profile, doing the really small chain wheels, which is really, really nice. And so the gearing is kind of as low as I can go, I think. Yeah, the bike overall, it's just the smoothness of this bike is unreal. I put a bit of grip tape on there to protect the paint work. Not that I'm worried about getting scratches, it's got the odd ding on it, that goes with it. The pegs, very important. The colony pegs, really, really nice. I think these are discontinued. There was a little bit of an issue with normal new school pegs and the dropouts of this first run of the EF. Eddie fixed that on the second version and has a little bit of a curve here, a little in the fork, so the wider pegs will fit in. So yeah, overall I've been riding this bike on and off since 2016. In 2017 I was fortunate to go to California, go to the States again, and through social media I learned, and a friend on social media directed me to HB Tuesdays, and I learned that Martin Pario and Eddie often, well, Martin's down there all the time, and various other riders are down there. And so in October 2017 I actually managed to bring the bike over with me and got to ride with Eddie and Martin. Got Eddie to do the moonwalk, his famous moonwalk, on the bike, which you can see in the video there. So yeah, it was a trip of a lifetime. Finally, I've been over there many times to ride my bike in the US, in California and Santa Monica, and met up with some great riders over the years, but never met up with the legends. So yeah, the dream come true. Now on the day I didn't ride too well. I'd been eating too much diner breakfast and I had a touch of vertigo, so I was very dizzy. Yeah, so my bike riding skills on that day were pretty terrible, but I still got to it. I mean, I enjoyed the whole experience. Everyone was so welcoming, and I think the fact that Eddie's been on this bike on his home turf, yeah, and riding the bike, it adds even more historical value for me and personal value for me as well. So yeah, I think this is probably going to be the last BMX I'll probably ever need or want at my age, heading for mid-50s next year. And I hope that I can continue to ride if my body lets me. And I'll put a bit of a video, bit of footage of my current riding skill at the moment. And slowly but surely I'm making a bit of progress. Hard to get out here, Irish weather, rain, windy most of the time, even during the summer. And I don't have an indoor spot as yet. If I could locate one, that would be brilliant, it would help. So I hope you enjoyed the video and a little bit of history on my BMX past, present and future. Thanks for watching. Bye.